think we're live. Get a few people in the house here. We're gonna do some explaining, some talking. Hopefully, I got the truck running because it's like 90 something degrees and it's hot. I could sweat it out, but I don't think my puppies can very well. So we got one person in the house, and hopefully we get more than 3 or 4. I get all these questions, I get all these things in my comment box and everything, and I'm here. We're live, and we're going to explain the best that we can. Big John is in there, Terry Barnes is in there. Oop, I'm sorry, come on. I'm sorry, come on. I'm sorry, they just think they gotta be part of the show. Now step on your toe. Get a few more people. We got 10 in there so far. 2 that I know of for sure. Well, only 2 spoke up and said hi. Good afternoon. Big John and Terry. Oh, Adam is in there. We got 3 people in the house. It says we got 15 watching. And I can't even say your name. I'm sorry. Mick, I can say the last name. I'm sorry about that. Hey, Big John is in there. You can might as well say this is going to be my shout out. There's Stephen. Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. Stephen from Pennsylvania is in the house. Can you guys hear me fine? I got the truck running because we kind of need the AC, right? It's like in the 90s here, you know. It's been over 100 degrees. Yeah, West Coast. You know, there was a tornado warning earlier today in Des Moines, Iowa. I missed it because I was south. I come up from the south. Okay, because I got the truck running. I'm just trying to make sure. Let me make sure the camera is set right. All right. We're going to talk about something here. It's a topic. Go lay down, guys. I'm in a very important meeting with all my folks here. All right. I was trying to find, first of all, I was trying to find this one particular thing here. Of course, I got so much. I got it on the other phone, but I got so much slop. I don't want to call it slop, but I got so many comments here. Oh wait, maybe it ain't. Yeah, it just hasn't. It's just got to update itself. Okay, my video today was called construction season. I want to start out with that one because I got a comment a while ago, and pretty much I was called a crybaby on that video. I was really being negative. I was really being, well, I can't tell you word to word because my other phone's got a, but let me explain something to you guys. If you got something on your mind, anything that you have on your mind, and you're trying to talk about that subject, doesn't necessarily mean you're complaining, right? What do you mean what? What? What do you mean what? You're whiting in the middle of this conversation. What do you mean what? Big John, or John King said what? I don't know what he means by that. Yeah, can you not hear me? Can you hear me, John? John King? I hate to go on with this if you can't hear me. I guess you can hear me. Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know. I thought maybe you couldn't hear me. That's why I said that. Alright, anyway, if I get off topic, I'm going to forget what the heck I'm talking about. So, I'll read the comment as I... Okay? But anyway, if you got something on your mind, you want to talk about something, and you're discussing something to get it off your chest or to tell a story, doesn't necessarily mean that you're being negative about something, okay? Me talking about the toll road, Indiana mainly, right? I was talking about the Indiana toll road. First of all, I lived 14 years in Indiana. So, if you live in a county that toll road runs through, not only do you pay a tax, you pay a county tax, but you also got to pay a tax on that highway. Okay? There's one bill that you got to pay. Second bill that you got to pay is if you travel on it, you got to pay a toll. That's the second. Now let's say you're speeding 5 miles over the speed limit. Okay, now you get pulled over, you're going to pay another bill on that road. So I guess what I'm trying to say is 15 years ago, not even that, 10 years ago, let's say 10 years ago, traveling on that toll road, what I was trying to make a point was, traveling on that road at one time used to be $12.20 from one end to the other. And that road used to be as smooth as butter. Okay? And ever since our governor, at the time was Mitch Daniels, and you can look all this up, it's on Google. You can look it up. But ever since Mitch Daniels took over, or was in office, the idea was he wanted a lump sum of cash. So he leased out our toll road for 99 years for one lump sum. Okay? Other words, they're not getting payments because they already paid what they had to pay in order to lease that toll road from Indiana. Well, Mitch Daniels and the government and all of them, they had that money spent in 90 days. They did not use that money for the roads. They didn't use it for education. They didn't use it for nothing but to get the lottery started. They wanted to get the lottery started in Indiana. So they used half of that to get the lottery system started in the state of Indiana. And then they used the other half, they don't know what they did with it, okay? So my biggest complaint when I made the video and I was talking is all the monies that you travel, I really don't like taking it because I know where that money goes. It doesn't go to the state of Indiana, nor does it even go to the toll road commission. It goes straight to the people that leased that road. And then they send back a few dollars whenever they feel like it to repair that road. And now I travel on it. I felt that I had a right to complain because I travel on that road, and it will literally beat the shocks out from underneath your vehicle. I've actually seen that road tear out a spindle on a truck, the front axle. I've seen that happen, okay? So that was the thing, but the guy thought I was being negative. And he says, watching that video just makes me think you're being negative. Well, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I'm going to give you guys a choice right now. This is going to be the choice. You know, when I started my channel, I was being very super careful about how I was going to say something, how I was going to present something. I was going to be really careful, okay? But you wasn't, in other words, I was smiling. How you doing, everybody? And there ain't nothing wrong. You can speak the truth without speaking negativity. Now, negativity is something if you're slandering, or I don't want to say slandering, but if you're a hatred negative, okay, is something that you could tell, okay, that's, I see many trucks and trailers pop springs on rough roads. That's the thing. And on top of that, now Indiana's got weigh stations, right? So right before you get to a weigh station, you fall into a big old crevice, a big chug hole, and then guess what? Now you got to pull into a weigh station, and sometimes they want to pull you around back and they want to inspect you. I actually told a DOT officer, I really did, I told him, I said, you know, you got a pretty good racket going on here. And he just kind of looked at me and, what do you mean by that? I said, you got the roughest damn roads there is, but yet you'll inspect a truck. I said, why don't you smooth it out? Give us a half a chance to make sure we can pass an inspection. He thought I was getting sarcastic. I was being sarcastic. I was telling him the truth. Yeah, you let me hit that big chug hole, now you're going to look at my, and if something's wrong with my truck, you're going to give me a ticket for it. The truck behind me, he hit that same, so you're going to inspect him. So in other words, they were making money off, you know, that weigh station was. And I'm talking about I-70. I-70. You come out of Ohio right into Indiana. You got the way station. Travel into Indiana on I-70. You can tell the difference between Ohio and Indiana because it's smooth, and then all of a sudden it's so. But I was talking about that one, you know. And even the government, the federal people told them, you know what, you're doing this wrong. Why are you inspecting these trucks and you have a rough surface? You know, you're just, it's like you're trying to make money. It's kind of like putting the stop sign behind a tree and you don't see it and you don't know that it's there, you know. Or it's like a cop hiding behind a billboard and he has no lights or nothing, like you don't know he's there. Okay, well, having a rough road, and then right after that rough road, you got the way station. What a way to make money, right? That was my one complaint I had this morning when I read that comment. You know, trucker jukeboxes. When I talk on video, I'm not trying to be negativity. I'm just trying to be honest about the way I feel about a situation or about something that I believe in, because the idea of my YouTube channel, who knows who's watching? Maybe somebody at the State Department in Indianapolis is watching my video. We don't know who's watching. If I wasn't to speak out and say how rough that road was, it may never, it's kind of like Trucker Josh was talking about the squeegees at the truck stops. You remember? The handles are 3 foot long, but yet you can't reach your windshield with them. You remember a video where he told the Flying J, you guys need longer sticks so we can, well, you know what? I don't know if he had anything to do with that, but you go to a Flying J, the sticks got longer, right? So I discussed the Indiana problem with the toll road, the money, the roads being rough, hoping that maybe somebody, I'm just a little bitty channel, but hoping that somebody might see that might make a difference. Because I know damn well if I'm thinking it, other drivers are thinking it, you know, and I'm not afraid to come right out and say what is on my mind. Now, I'm trying to control that by not, you know, I'm not going to get cursive about it, you know, I'm not going to get blithering mad about it, but I am discussing the problem. Like you take Chuck and Angie, they're from Iowa, or you take this guy, he may be from Florida, or he has no idea what the Indiana roads are like, but I'm telling him. So I'm going to speak, I'm going to say what's pretty much on my mind, and in a nice way, without being negative. I'm not going to be negative. I'm not going to talk about nobody. I'm not going to slander my company. I'm not going to talk about this guy or that guy or that company or that company. I'm not going to do that. But if I'm on a piece of road that I'm paying dang near $40 to drive on, and I have to literally put myself in a seatbelt and buckle down hard, my seat is doing this, guys. My seat is doing this traveling on that toll road, I have a right to complain. I have a right to complain, and I have actually said something. Now, it's not their fault neither, but they work for the toll road, so, you know, it's like I told the lady, why is this road so rough? Indiana is going broke. I understand that, but this is a toll road. Indiana is not supposed to pay for this road. It's supposed to be the toll that we're paying to resurface this thing. And she just kind of looked at me and she knew I was right. Yeah, she knew I was right. What's another thing? I'm just going to be as true, as honest with my talking. I'm not trying to offend nobody. I won't offend anybody. But, I mean, I'm not going to talk politics. I'm not going to talk religion. I'm not going to talk that. Because I was told that that's the two things you don't talk about. You know, there's always going to be an argument there, and there's always going to be a difference there, you know. So that, I will never talk about that on my channel. I keep that to myself. But you guys are free to comment, you know, or say, I don't care about that, you know. I don't get as crazy about that conversation, or if somebody talks about it. I just, hell, I even listen myself. I might learn something, right? Now, I want to talk about another subject. I agree with you on the toll roads. Even in Nebraska, the roads and streets are rough. You know, but when it's a toll road, it's not, I'm not saying it's not going to wear out. And I'm not saying that it's going to get rough. But when you're paying money on a road, it should be, listen, okay, some of you guys may not know this. And some of you guys may, because some of you guys are truck drivers. But believe it or not, there are some trucks out here that are team operation. You know what that means? There's two people in that truck. There's one driving and there's one sleeping. Now the guy that's in the bunk sleeping is supposed to be getting a good rest. Because when it's his turn to drive, the guy that was driving, when he goes to bed, he doesn't want to be, he doesn't want to worry about if his partner got enough sleep, right? But how can you sleep when the road is like this? That's why the road's got to be smooth. Because it's more than just a four-wheeler route to Walmart. But it's a route for a driver to take to get to another state to deliver a load. And if it takes two people, you know, you hear about a truck crash. Oh, there's a truck crash. You know, they're always short on blaming the truck driver. Sometimes they say it's the four-wheeler. It could be a tired truck driver too, but maybe he was trying to sleep and couldn't sleep because the road wouldn't allow him to sleep. I've been up and down Indiana roads. See, at one time they used to be good roads. Really, Indiana used to have a top-notch road system. It used to be smooth, but that's a long time ago. All right, we're going to talk about another thing. I got another email. And again, it doesn't really matter what people say, but you know what? You're not going to comment very long on my channel if you're going to write me stupid comments, because first of all, I don't have to tolerate it. I can't stop you from watching, but I can definitely stop you from commenting. But he told me to stick my drone up my ass. He was tired of seeing them on my videos. I said, so long. Have a good trip. And he'll never make another comment on my video. There was a nicer way. First of all, there was a nicer way of putting it. Okay, Jukebox, enough of the drone. We want to see more of the road. Please, there's other ways of doing it. But the way he worded it, guys, I got kids that watch my channel. I'm sure I got a few youngsters that know how to read. And I don't want them scrolling down and reading. If you want to chew me out, if you want to say something negativity about me, do me a favor and don't use no swear words. Once in a while, YouTube will catch it. It goes up in the spam. But once in a while, it does slip. It does come down in the comments. I have a clean channel. I definitely have myself a clean channel. I try not to say a swear word. I try not to curse. I try to be as... You know, my mama watches my videos, so I try to be as respectful. When I'm talking to you guys on video, I'm talking to you like if you was standing in front of me. Let's see. Yeah, the fuel tax in Indiana is really crazy. It is really high. What about all the money that trucks pay? That's another thing. See, that's true. Don just come up with something there, and he's absolutely right. You got to pay a toll. Every truck out here has got to pay an annual tax. That's what, about $500 in annual tax. Okay, I think there's four payments in a year. So you're looking at about $2,000 a year paying tax in order for us to have our registration. Our registration's got more than one. See, our registration has got more than one state on it. You see that? Each one of them states, we have to pay a tax. If you don't pay a tax on that in that state, we can't travel into that state. Now, unless you're from Hawaii, obviously they got their own. We don't even have Alaska on our bingo card because we don't pay that tax because we don't go to Alaska. A lot of companies don't. First of all, it's too far away, right? But yeah, we all pay an annual tax, whether you're an owner-operator or not. If you're a company driver, your company is paying that. If you're an owner-operator, you're paying for that. If you're a lease operator, then guess what? I'm paying for that because they charge me for that whenever the plate is due. You remember back in the day, I'd say about 20 years. Maybe, yeah, I'll say about 20 years. Back in 1980. Well, let's say 70 to make sure we cover the field, right? We used to have multiple plates on a truck. Remember that? Some of you old-timers remember that. You used to have a New Mexico plate. I'm trying to think of the Oregon plate. Now, the Oregon plate was still here when I started driving. I used to have two plates on my truck, an Oregon plate and my home plate, where the truck was out of. But back in the day when my grandpa drove, you had a New Mexico plate, you had an Oregon plate, you had your home plate, and I think there were two other plates. And if you look back at the trucks back then, you'll see a bumper that had multiple plates on it. Now, that was even more. They had to pay. You going to the license branch and buying a plate, they had to pay for that plate, each one of them plates, in order for that truck to get down the road. They kind of took that out now, because we only got one plate. They even took the Oregon plate out. But we still got the registration, and whatever states, if you're 48 state, you're paying a tax on all them roads. All them roads. So, damn it, if we're paying a tax on that road, we want a smoother road. People get mad because I bitch about the roads. I do that for a reason. I want the whole world to know. I want the state to know. I want somebody in that state is going to watch my video. We don't know who that person is. Maybe a state trooper is watching my video. Maybe that guy at the scale house is watching my video. Maybe somebody in Indianapolis for the Department of Transportation that do the road work, maybe he's watching my videos. If I don't say nothing, it ain't never going to get nowhere. But if I say something, maybe somebody's going to hear it. Hey, it would be great if they had an asphalt truck out there and putting a new layer on. I like to think I had something to do with that. I watch a lot of videos. I watch a lot of trucking videos. I've watched trucks go across Indiana, but I don't hear nobody saying nothing. See, if you have a YouTube channel, get your voice out there. You have to get your voice out there because, okay, we have an audience. We got people that listen to us all the time. But when it's a subject that is an important subject, get the voice out there, man. Let people know, because maybe somebody's listening. I think it was Rudy that told me the power of the camera. It's the power of the camera. So if some of you guys thought I was being negative on that video, I apologize. But I don't apologize talking about it because I was hoping somebody might, and who knows, maybe that guy that commented on it, maybe he does work for the state. Hey, maybe he's one of them guys that drive one of them dump trucks. Maybe he does work for the state. See, we don't know who them, we don't know, when people make a comment, we don't know who they are unless I personally know. States also collect fuel tax. Fuel tax, that's right. Truckers get, I don't know about you car drivers, but if you think it costs more, or if you think it only costs $5 to run one of these trucks up and down the road, no. It takes a lot of money. And not speaking the driver, man. Think about the driver. Okay, yes, the truck is air ride. Back in the day, they had the spring ride. They didn't have the air ride. So it was a little different back then in the day. Yeah, I know Trump said he's going to fix the roads, but I don't want to say I don't see him out there working, but personally, I've seen a lot of cones out there, but no action. And I'm talking Pennsylvania. Okay, I come into a road construction, we're actually going into one lane, it's backing up, but when you get going through the road construction, nobody's working. So they have a backup for no reason at all, you know, and it's usually rush hour. Look at the price of diesel. Diesel will go up. Diesel comes up and down. They say diesel fuel is expensive because demand of diesel. You know, that's why they say diesel is, but yet diesel is the easiest thing to, what word am I looking for? The easiest thing to make fuel. You don't have to refine it as much. Well, of course, now we got the 15 parts of biodiesel and stuff like that. But diesel is the easiest thing, but yet they say it's the biggest demand is diesel fuel. The only thing that's taken diesel lately, I mean, I'm not saying there ain't a car or two out there, but almost every truck out here is using diesel fuel, minus a few exceptions for the ones that's got the natural gas. But without diesel, okay, and with the majority of the trucks, without diesel you can't get a truck down the road. Okay, diesel and a driver go hand in hand. Take the diesel away and let the driver walk away, that truck is trash. It may look gorgeous, it may be great, but if it ain't going down the road and it's out of fuel, it's no different than a car in a junkyard. It's just where it looks prettier, it's parked, right? But not speaking, I was talking about the driver, you know, but the driver should be comfortable, you know, with the air ride and stuff. And I tell you what, I'm glad we got the air ride. But sometimes I got to bring down my air seat a little bit, because if it's a little too high, I'm bouncing too much, you know. Yeah. All right. Jukebox will fly the drone. Every now and then you will see a drone fly on my video. I have, you know, my drone cost me $1,579, and it's not because it can go 5 miles away, it's not because it can go 1,600 feet up, it's because of the camera that's on it, the gimbal. So if I'm going to fly it, I'm going to record. I'm not going to record something just to put it into the trash bin and throw it away. I got to show you guys. One, and two, I love to fly. I can have a stressful day. At the end of my day, if I fly my drone, it's relaxing. It really is relaxing. And I love to show you guys. I really do. Personally, like some of you guys like to see the road, I love to see the... I love looking up there. You know, I got a TA in trouble one time. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I did get a TA in trouble. You want to guess which TA? Now, I didn't have the 4, but I had the SC. Okay? I had the SC. The Phantom 3 SC. But I was flying over, you know, Jessup, Maryland. You know where that's at? That's between D.C. and D.C. and Baltimore, I think. But Jessup, Maryland, I went to that TA. Had to go pick up a load. And I'm flying, and behind their row of fence or trees or whatever that was still on the property, they had a heaping mess of trash. You could not see that trash on the ground. You couldn't see it because the way they had that trash. And I guess what they were doing is when they pick up the trash, they toss it over there. No telling how many years they tossed that. And I asked that one girl, I said, why is there so much trash behind that TA? And she said, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm sure she didn't. So then I asked this other guy, I said, you look like the manager. I'm going to ask you a question. Why is there so much trash behind the TA? And he said, what are you talking about? I said, you haven't noticed that trash back there in the back? He says, no. And I said, I got something to show you. So I was prepared for it, because when I flew, I went in the truck, I put it on the SD card, I put it in my phone, and I played it, and I said, now, this is your truck stop, we're going up. Yeah, what are you doing? I said, that's a drone. Oh, okay. So and it flies over there, and I said, look at all that trash. His eyes got really big. He said, what the heck? I'm not blaming it on the management. I don't know how they figured this out, but they were actually tossing bags of trash to workers behind the fence instead of putting them in dumpsters and letting the trash man come pick. I'm not lying about this. This is straight up truth. So that manager said, can I get a copy of this? Last week in yeah. He said, can I get a copy of this? And I said, sure. I said, I'll get me a different SD card, because I got a whole bunch in the truck. I gave him that SD card. I said, there you go. And I actually went back to Jessup. I think it was maybe 3 months after that. And they were actually picking that stuff up, but they were trashing. And I don't even think the state of Maryland even realized they were doing that. But I think somebody said, you remember Bordentown? And I flew up high enough that you could see they have a solar panel farm. And somebody said, hey, so you see that solar panel farm? You see things when you're up in the air in a bigger way than you do if you're on the ground. You do. And if you look, when I fly, see, I'm flying. I sometimes don't catch it all. But even my mama said, did you see that deer? She saw a deer that was running. And she said that I went back and watched it. And I did. I saw that deer running. I told John King about it. When I was at his house, there's one scene there. If you look, you see a deer running. And my mom caught that. So I go back and look at it. Sure enough, I saw that deer running. Like, wow. So when I'm flying like that, guys, look. I always tilt the camera toward the ground. And look, you never know what you're going to see. You just never know what you're going to see. And see, in Chester, I saw it. That's what John King said. He said he saw it. But you never know what you're going to see. But we will continue flying our drone. Now, I do have a video. I made a video today. But there's no drone shot. You don't have to worry about that one, because there ain't no drone shot. Yep, and Angie and Chuck, here I come by jukebox. I'm going to see my friends Saturday. I'm going to pick up my load tomorrow. And I'm going to kind of hang out with a couple friends, Angie and Chuck. I hope you guys don't mind me saying, but I'm going to go over there and say hi to them. I'm going to buy them a meal and hang out and have a good time, because my load normally delivers on Monday morning, but this load, my quality pork, yeah, I'm going to Philly again. That's going to be my regular run, guys. So I'll try to show something different as I'm flying, as I'm driving. But I got the Philly load every Friday. But this week it doesn't deliver till Tuesday morning, so that gives me 3 days. I can get there in a day. I think it takes a day, 11 hours, and then the next day usually takes about 9. So I'm gonna go by Clinton, Iowa, hang out with some good friends. We're going to fly the drone once again around the river, and we're going to have ourselves a good time. We are back. Okay, I got off making the videos. I quit making the videos. You guys know I did, because, let me tell you why. Straight up truth, and I'm curious if I'm going to lose a few subscribers. I hope I don't lose no subscribers on this, but I don't like stupid. I really don't. I am bulletproof in a way. I can take anything that's thrown at me. But I'm not into drama. I never go out of my way to make anybody look bad, feel bad. I never talk about nobody behind their back that I can't say in front of your face. But every now and then I get a stupid comment. And when my mom is looking at the comments and she sees something, you know, I don't care if you talk about me, but don't talk about my mother. Don't get on there thinking that you're going to be a badass and you're going to sit behind a keyboard and be a keyboard ramble and say something bad about my mom, because I will not tolerate that. I will, you know, that's why I pretty much, you know, yes, I crack my ribs And that was one part of it. But when that second part came along, you know, I almost quit. I almost took my channel completely down. I really did. I thought really hard about that. And I didn't even tell Rudy about that. You know, you know, just whatever excuse I can make. You can dog me out. You can call me any name you want. I can take it. But my mom's up in her 70s, and I sure as hell ain't going to have her have a heart attack reading something about her, because she ain't never did nothing wrong to nobody. So if you do that, you'll never make a comment on my video. And you can sit there and say, well, I got 15 channels. You'll never find me. I will if I see a dumb comment. I'm going to know it came from you. And if not, then I just got somebody else, right? But that was another reason why I just pulled away. I said, you know what? I'm making a video of my daily life, of what I'm doing, what Panda's doing, what Jake's doing, what we're doing. And not your life or this guy's life or this guy's life. It's my life. You know, I don't care if you thumbs down it. You know, hey, if your life is glamorous, you're sitting at a swimming pool, drinking iced tea with umbrellas over it, you know, and you don't have to work, and you're a multi-millionaire, and you think jukebox driving a truck sucks, I hate it, I don't care. Because first of all, if it wasn't for the truck driver, you wouldn't be drinking that iced tea with that umbrella in it at a swimming pool. Oh, by the way, to fill up a swimming pool, a truck delivers the water. It really does. I seen that in hand. I saw a tanker truck pull right up next to a pool, and it's like, what the hell is he doing? And I walked up to him. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm fixing to fill this pool up. One tanker load filled up the pool. I'll be damned. I didn't know that pool water was delivered by a truck. I learned something new. But if your life is better than mine, you don't have to wear your glasses, you don't have to live in a truck, man, I'll give you a thumbs up. Hey, I'm happy for you. But some of us has got to work for a living. And for that, you should give a thumbs up, because you don't have to work because somebody else is working for you. You get what I'm saying? Let's see. I guess you could call this a rant, but not a rant. You know, even when I'm kind of mad, I still have a smile on my face. Now, I'm not mad. It's just... But I will tell you this. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to make a video every day. I did that for 6 months. You can go... No, 60 days. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. A little over 60 days, that's 2 months. Okay? And what really did start that was I did crack my ribs. But I'm not going to say that, okay, I can make a video every day, but I can't guarantee I'm not 7 days ahead. Okay? So to guarantee that video at 4 a.m. may not happen. But I can guarantee you a video that day. Or if I only got 2 or 3 clips, so you guys don't have to see a 7-minute video, I may add the next day onto it just to make it a little longer. Okay, I've been running my mouth. You know, Richard, I got on the phone with him at 3:08. He rushed me off the phone. It's time to eat lunch. He had to go eat lunch. It is now 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, well, 4 hours. I guess that would be about right. But he's got to go eat dinner now. You keep eating too much there, Richard, you're going to get fat. Does anybody have any questions? I always get questions put on me. And another thing. You guys do comment. Don't think I never see the comments. I look at every comment. I really do. Usually, always, I'll give you a thumbs up on that comment. So if you see a thumb up, if the comment is related to the video, I will usually comment back to you. But if I'm making a video, let's say I'm driving down the road, and somebody says, do you like bananas? It's not video related, so I'm not saying I won't answer you, but we'll save them questions for the live shows. Oh, I missed comments trying to, yeah, I know. And Scott Fields said something, it's how you take life's journey. That's exactly what every life is. My life, Mike's life, Trucker Eric's life, Scott Fields. Every one of you guys that are commenting, you have a journey, okay? You have a daily life yourself. The only exception is you're not taking a camera and you're not pointing at you're not showing your life, but you have a life. Now what some YouTubers do, they're showing you. Now, there's a 24-hour in a day. What are you going to see? Now, I'm real bad about 30-minute videos. I can sit here and say I apologize for that, but I don't know how to make a 15-minute video. I really don't, because sometimes I turn my camera on a little bit too much. I just don't know how to make them 15-minute videos very well. Big banana splits. Did I miss something there? Does anybody have any questions? Like, do I like bananas? That was one of the... Yes, I love bananas. I can eat bananas. I could probably outrace a monkey eating a banana. But does anybody have any questions? I don't want to make the video too long. But I'm sure somebody out there's got a... See, nobody won't ask me here. They'll wait until I put it down in the video. But now we're one-on-one, kinda. I'm not that big, so I don't have a million comments. It's easy for me to keep up. Are you? No, I'm not vaping. The truth is, honest to God, I still got the stuff in here. I'm not, never, you know, little guy gave me that. Actually, he didn't give it to me, I bought it. But the simple thing, but he helped me get it. So I'm not going to toss it. No way. But, no, vaping wasn't doing nothing for me. It really wasn't. Yes, am I still smoking? Yes, I am. That's another thing. You smoke, I can't watch your video. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Go watch somebody who's a... Well, I can't say that word because somebody might say... But go watch somebody who doesn't have no habits. That's all I can say. No, it just... Don't get me wrong, the flavor was good, but I was just listen, they treat vaping like smoking now. You can't vape 50 feet from the door, or you can't vape inside a building. Well, shit, if I gotta go outside and vape, I'll just light me up a cigarette. No, it ain't time to quit. It's when the time for me to quit is when I decide to quit. Not when somebody tells me I have to quit, because first of all, that's not going to let me quit. Or I have this real strong habit that if somebody tells me I have to do something, I usually say, no, I don't. Of course, I never outgrew that. Besides, somebody's got to pay taxes. This lady, I walked inside the truck stop, and I had to buy some cigarettes. And she said, I wish that that the United States, not just here, but the United States would just quit selling cigarettes. Now, I never said a word, but the guy behind me, he said, lady, did you know last year the cigarette tax on cigarettes nationwide was $138 billion. That's how much tax was created selling cigarettes. Now, if they didn't sell the cigarettes anymore, they would have to get that $138 billion from somewhere else, right? Now, where do you think they're going to get that from? They may raise your property tax up. They may have to charge you more tax on food. Hey, a can of beer may cost you $10. You get what I'm saying? So leave us smokers alone, because as long as we buy cigarettes and we pay the tax on that, they're going to leave you alone. Because they don't have to raise nothing because they lost a big tax. Again, you can look that up on Google. It's there. I love coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. I do. I'm surprised somebody ain't telling me that's bad for me. But I drink a lot of coffee. Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's right, but the tax on that tobacco, believe it or not, is going into Medicare. So part of that tax is going into Medicare. It really is. So, let's say if we didn't have that anymore, and the tax wasn't there no more for that, would they have to raise that more? I'm not condoning cigarettes. I don't think that for 1 minute. I am not sitting here telling you it's good for you. And I'm certainly not here telling you that it's the greatest thing. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying some of us has got habits. And the ones that got habits, leave them alone. Somebody said, you're going to die because you smoke. I could die walking across this parking lot. Wouldn't that be ironic? And here everybody thought I was going to die of a cigarette. I got ran over by a truck. What a way to go. Coffee is good for the heart. That's absolute. Now, they've proven that, yeah. But Richard don't drink coffee, I don't think. But it is good for it. Coffee is caffeine. And caffeine is an energy. So whether you get it from coffee, Coke, Pepsi, whatever, cocoa, even if you drink a hot chocolate, there's caffeine in that hot chocolate. And so, I mean, but caffeine is an energy goer. You know, these kids, these 20-year-old kids, 25-year-old kids, 30, well, I guess they're not kids when they're 30, but they go inside and buy these energy drinks. Now, you think coffee's got caffeine. Oh, you should check them out. I don't know how you take somebody off here. I'm gonna figure something out right now. Okay. Hey Chuck, you see that that John Connors? Can you do something with that? Because I'm having trouble with mine. Mine won't let me. Can you get that out of there for me? If you could block him, do that for me. I appreciate it. I'm clicking on it, but I can't. I don't know exactly how you. I guess I gotta learn that, right? It don't matter. Oh, Scotty's on here. Okay, thanks, Chuck. I guess I gotta watch a YouTube to figure out how you do that. Oh, yes, I do drink decaf. You know, but even decaffeinated coffee ain't completely decaffeinated. Did you know that? There's still a percentage of caffeine because they can't draw it completely out of that bean. They try, but they can't get it completely out. So there's still a little bit of caffeine, and people don't believe that, but it's true. It doesn't have as much, though. I mean, it's got so very little that it's not going to harm you, you know, like a regular cup of coffee. You're going to have to show me how you do that, Chuck. I forgot how do you delete somebody. I forgot how you do that, actually. Between cigarettes tax and the fuel tax and just living tax. Just think about it. Yeah. We're being taxed to death here. Okay, any questions? You guys can leave if you want. I'm going to smoke me a cigarette. But if you feel you gotta leave because you're being offended, and that's another damn thing. Here's my real big, I do not fuel. We can't fuel there anyway. But I will not stop there and buy nothing from the Flying J or the pilot, because they will not fly the American flag because they don't want to be offended. I am not making that up. All the pilots and Flying J's, they all took down their flags. They're not going to fly the American flag no more because they don't want to be offended. They don't want to offend somebody. That's it. They don't want to offend nobody. So they're not going to fly the flag. You know what? I live here in the United States. I'm proud to be an American, and I will not shop at a, I won't spend one dime at a Flying J or a pilot. That's just me. I wish I can get the whole world to do that, but, or everybody in the States anyway, but that's impossible. Do y'all ever go to state of Maine? I used to go up there all the time. Now with Marquardt, I can request to go up there, but I don't know if they can find me anything coming out of there. Light one up. Thank you. Okay. Flying J, the J stands for jerks. That's right. That's right. I wish I can get everybody in the United States. And, well, I don't know, maybe they're flying the Canadian flag up in Canada, but they're not going to fly the U.S. flag anymore. You know, they offended me. They offended me when they took down the flag and said they didn't want to offend nobody else. You know, if you're a foreigner and you come into my country, I'm a taxpayer. I live here in the States and I was born here in the States. If you're going to come into my country and dictate how we live and make people like the Flying J and all of that bring down their flags, I'm not going to do business with people like that. There's too many truck stops out here. I don't have to. I'm at a Sap Brothers right now. If Sap Brothers were to bring down their flag, same way. I guess if all the truck stops decide to bring down their flags, I'm retiring. Because there won't be no place to fuel anymore. There's just too many people on there to, you can't catch them on. Swinger club. I don't know what that is. Do I have a swinger club? That's not right neither. I will buy from Flying J. That's not right neither. Okay, neither will I buy, okay. Yeah. If you look at my video, you'll see the flag that John King has in his yard. The King Palace has got the flag. I'm not sure what part you're from in Canada. The Eastern Canada is much worse and not... Oh, okay. Oh, Scott, where's Canada? Where in Canada are y'all from? Do you? Okay, talking about Canada. You guys are asking each other questions. Wait a minute, I just checked. Pilot says that is not true. It is true. Now, if you tell me, Jimmy B, that there is a pilot that's got the flag up, tell me which one. Because I swear to God on my mama, I was told that at the Flying J. I said, where's your American flag? Oh, we took it down. We're taking it down. We don't want to offend nobody. I'm not going to make that up. Not on a live show. Because that's... So you tell me, Jimmy B, if they said that's not true, Ask them if they got their flag up. And then tell them to take a picture of it. We want to see it. Maybe this pilot is being pretty cool, but then they're going against their corporate office, right? I know you were. I mean, if there is a pilot out there that is actually going against what corporate is telling them, I give them a thumbs up. I really do. I truly do. Because really here in the States, you see flags everywhere. You know, the Star Spangled Banner, man. The story behind that, and I actually made a video of that. You got to go in my archives, but Americans do like their flags, that's for sure. You see them everywhere. Here's a news report. Because they don't want to offend nobody. That's what they said. Yeah, I've been to some of the Flying J's in Maine. The flags are up, but depending on owner, that might be it. Maybe that's it. Maybe each one is just. So maybe I should stand correct. Maybe not everyone is going that direction, but I know the one I stopped at, that's exactly what she told me. Then she told me how much my stuff was, and I said, that's all right, just keep it. And I walked out. Jukebox, no one should put anyone down, even truck stops. We are all family. In some way, we're all related. If you want to go way back in the day, you know, we're all related in some way. I think people are getting soft. You are absolutely right about that. You know, Chuck made a video the other day. I watched it, and if I could have given him 20 thumbs up on that video, I would have done it. But he walked from his home 20, his location where he lives, to the truck stop and back. Now, I know people that wouldn't have done that. If they had a car, they would drive 3 blocks other than walking, you know. I ain't walking. Well, hell, the truck stops, man. That's a proven point right there, because they all try to get to the front door. It looks like whenever you go into a truck stop in the evening, it looks like it's really, really crowded. You go in the back, you'd be surprised how many empty spaces you have. One day I'll go by the Flying J headquarters here and see if they are. Do that if you don't mind. I'd like to know. Yep. Because if they're not, because I have a video. I had, where'd it go? I had my pen on. I had my pen, and that's a camera, by the way, whenever I walked inside that Flying J. So maybe I'll share that with the corporate office, that little clip. I'm a vet. The flag is important to me. I wish I could shake your hand, Jimmy. Absolutely. Thank you for your service, my friend. Thank you, thank you. I have to go by the pilot along I-40. Yeah, do that. If you guys ever out there walking, driving, or whatever, yeah, see if there's a flag. I'm going to almost bet you won't see one. They may tell you, but I almost bet you're not going to see one. Because, I mean, there's a pilot right across the road. They're not flying one. There ain't one nowhere on the property. but yep, but the Sapp brothers got one by the building, but there ain't one over there at the pilot over there. Matter of fact, I'll take a picture and show you guys, but there's no flag over there, but there is one here. What are you at right now? Huh? Where are you at right now? I'm in Council Bluff, here at the Sapp brothers. That's where I'm. Beaver Dam, Flying J. Yeah, that's right about, if that's right about not flying American flag, I'm not going. Just check it out, see if they're flying. Like I said, this pilot, they're not flying one. I'll take a picture. I'll put it, if you're into my Facebook page, Be Yourself, I'll walk over there and take a picture, and I'll show you they're not even flying one. Then I'll show you the Sapp brothers and show you that they are. Chuck, did you break your toe? Nope. I'll go by the one in West Memphis. I'll check and see if I'll check if it has a flag. Let you know. I appreciate that. I like to know that. I really do, because I'm trying to think what location that was where I was at. Better shut this other phone down. About to go dead on me. Now I'll take a picture of the one across the road though. I'll show you that one. I'm only dedicated on one route, Jimmy, and that is from Quality Port to Philly. That's my weekend. That'd be my weekend load all the time. But that goes to Philly. My mama lives over there by Bowling Green, so you know what that does for me. It gives me a chance to go by and just to make sure she's all right. Or if I gotta get home, I go right by there, right? That's the only dedicated. The trip that I'm picking up back is usually a broker load. Now it's going to come to Nebraska, Omaha, or somewhere like Iowa. It's going to come back this way. It's got to come back this way because I pick up my Quality Port. So the videos you will be seeing the same roads and same thing, but I'll try to bruce it up the best I can. I guess hopefully I don't lose no subscribers because I'm on the same road, right? I can't keep up. Oh, there we go. Good, you can check on Mom. That's right. Yeah, I can go by there and check on her. I love the Loves. Believe it or not, I love the Loves truck stop. I really do. I'm not crazy about their food because it's always fast food. My favorite truck stop is you know, this is before I knew about the flag deal, but I'm trying to think but if you come into Maryland or out of Delaware into Maryland, I think it's exit 109. I did like that Flying J, but because they had a Golden Corral restaurant, and I like Golden Corral food, so that was anytime that I would come back. If I had to go to Delaware, for instance, and pick up my next load coming back, and if I had to go through Maryland, I would actually stop at that Golden Corral, because I can go in there and pig out, man. I can eat healthy. I can eat. I mean, but I usually eat one good meal a day. Somebody thought I eat like that all the time. I don't. But somebody thought I did. Where do you discover your trailer when you... That's a Chinese secret recipe, Adam. I always say I drop it at the go-go board. That's the best I'm going to tell you on that, because I just don't want somebody or a hater or a troll or somebody find out where I actually drop it and think they're going to put, you know, paint signs on the side of my trailer or flatten tires. So that's a Chinese secret recipe there, buddy. I'd come to Canada, but why? First of all, it's going to take my company forever to find a load to get out of there. But I can get up there. I got a passport. Okay, cool. Thank you, Jody. I like to know that. Yep. Just do the best you can on your videos. If people don't... Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not. But I guess my biggest concern is if I'm talking about something, I don't want people to think I'm being negative. I'm not being negative. I'm just being honest, because some of you guys used to drive, some of you guys are retired, or some of you guys not even in the country here, or live in certain areas, and I'm sharing. I'm literally sharing. And remember, if I share something, you may think I'm being negative, but it's my way of trying to share and trying to get the word out there, and hoping that the right person might watch the video. Or listen, if you guys share the video, maybe somebody will see it from your end. Let's say you share it on your Facebook page. Somebody might see it on your page, and then somebody then might see it in that department. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't talk about it, it ain't never going to be heard. And if you're worried about people thinking you're complaining or crying, or you know what, them are people that they're scared to talk, and they're afraid that they're going to offend somebody. So I'm not going to listen to somebody like that. You know, we had some great people that ran our countries, that knew how to talk, knew how to say something. You know, they weren't scared whip pups in a closet, afraid to say something, because I don't want to offend nobody. And I don't want nobody to think I'm negative, you know? Because I don't care who you are, what you talk about, or what you say. Somebody's always going to say, quit being negative. We've been to Toronto. Yeah, I've been to Toronto, Quebec, Toronto. But, you know, I drove... I think a little over a year for JB Hunt. And when I was with JB Hunt, I went into Quebec. And then I worked for Westside Transport out of Cedar Rapids. I gave them 4 years of service. And with them, I've been to Toronto and, well, all over Toronto. Never been to Manitoba out west, that part of, excuse me, that part of Canada, but just usually going up through Windsor, or going up, trying to think higher up. I can't think where that cross is, but sometimes I crossed over from there and went up. My first time going into Canada on the 401 from Windsor, there was a service plaza. And they had a KFC there. And I got all excited. Oh, yeah. I pulled in there, going to get me something to eat. I said, I'll take a 3-piece with mashed potatoes. We don't have mashed potatoes. What do you mean you don't have them? We got French fries. What? All the KFCs I know in the States have mashed potatoes. They don't have fries. Yeah, they said, don't, we got fries. Ah, gee, they ruined it. I mean, I have nothing against French fries, but I love their mashed potatoes and gravy, you know. Ah, Scott says Chuck's going to Toronto, Ontario for the Blue Jay game. That's cool. We got it on our bucket list. That is cool. Alright guys, we're going to get out of here in about 5 or so minutes, give or take. Alright guys, bring on the hardcore questions. The floor is open. You got 5 minutes to ask me any question that you want to ask me. I'll quit yakking and start answering. Like I told you and Rudy, your camera and drone shows me views. Yeah, you know, we're showing you the highway plus up above. Trying to show you every angle, really, I guess. Yeah, you can't beat that, Adam. Thanks for everything you do, Jukebox. I appreciate you all, truckers. Thank you. Thank you. You know, it's a hard life. It's a different type of life, but it's a hard life. You sleep in a truck, you eat at truck stops. Gotta use the public restroom. If you're lucky, you have a clean shower. You're away from your family. If you're married, if you're married, you might miss a birthday, a kid's birthday, or an anniversary. There's no job like it. It's like trucking is a community itself. And the largest industry that we have here in the United States, I ain't talking companies, I'm just talking the industry, is trucking. And if every trucker would stand up for what they believed in, and as us, as a group of drivers, if we would actually stand up, we could have a fight that could be incredible. But you can't get 2 drivers out of 3 to agree on nothing. They're always arguing about something. I think some drivers think they have to be right, and you can't tell them anything. So they don't have an open mind. You know what I'm saying? But as a group, we are probably the largest union, and I don't mean union like union, but the largest group of people of all the industry out here. We're the biggest. But yet when it comes to ideas and getting people to agree, we're the smallest, because you can't get 2 out of 3 drivers to agree. You know? As long as that happens, I mean, just our country alone, with all the truck drivers, if everyone voted, if everyone actually voted, if they were to, you know, write to Washington and say, we're going to vote somebody out if you guys don't stop your whatever, and every driver was going to do that, we can get stuff done. But it ain't never going to happen, because you can't get 2 out of 3 drivers to agree. You live in a place that is smaller than a jail cell. That's about it. That is exactly, you're right. Exactly. I always said some work all week for 40 hours, and you work your 40 hours in 2 days. Pretty much, we're allowed 70 hours a week. And if you drive not quite 10 hours a day, in other words, you drive about 9 hours and a half every day, you're not going to run out of hours. Where Canada, you work 2 weeks. Okay, let's say you work a week, then you bump your hours. You're playing with your recap. But Canada's got a rule that you work 2 weeks like that, you have to take 24 hours off. But the states don't have that. You can work for 2 solid months if you knew how to work your logbook and never run out of hours. The only problem is you get really burnt out if you work like that every day. Here, I said I was going to quit talking so you guys can ask, and here I'm just rattling my mouth again. We will have a video tomorrow, but when I wake up in the morning, I'll render it. And like my glasses are on. Somebody said, why do you wear your glasses down here? I'll tell you why. I got these damn bifocals. So if I put them like this, my road looks weird. So if I bring them down here, I can see good enough distant. I can see through the top part if I'm just looking at my gauges. And if I'm reading, then I bring them up and I got my bifocals. That's why I wear them always on my nose. Because I can't wear them up high, because my bifocals get in the way. And that really messes me up. put when you're off duty, a trucker knows you're still, yeah, I mean, I'm off duty right now, but I can go, the only difference is I'm not stuck in a dock. So I can go out and take a walk. I can take the doggies out for a walk. We can go for a walk. And there ain't nothing telling me I got to get back until I'm ready or until it's time to go to work, right? I can go get a motel room if I want. But you're right. It ain't like, I walked inside of John Keene's house and he says it's not a mansion. I said, to me it is, because I live in a truck. I go inside anybody's house, it's a mansion to me. Write me a road map, please, because I got to know where that bathroom is. But I sleep in my truck all the time. Even when I go to my mom's, I sleep in my truck. When I go to Scotty's house in Duluth, I sleep in my truck. When I went to John Keene's house in Chester, I slept in my truck. I feel more comfortable sleeping in my truck because it's home to me. Oh hell, the dogs, Jake and Panda, this is home to them. You know, even if John said, come on in, you have a bed, and I took him up on it, I would just be tossing and turning. I wouldn't get no sleep because I'm in a strange place, you know. It's white. The reason why I got my beard, I got a high-pitched voice. I hate it when somebody says, you know, yes ma'am. And they call me a ma'am again, I'll slap you out of your chair. Oh, I'm sorry. I got the beard, you can't mistake that. I'm poking fun at myself, but honestly, that's the truth. I need a haircut. As soon as I find me a truck stop that's got a barber, I need a haircut. My hair is getting too long though. It gets too long, it's unmanageable. It curls up, it's not straight. All I can do is put a hat over it. I can comb it, but I just put a hat over it. I love that tree. That tree gave me, of course I was kind of nervous if it fell, I was going to be dead, right? Look, I'm a big YouTuber called Brad. Really? Check him out, guys. He says he's a YouTuber. Check him out. They're doing great. It's not because I had a frog in my throat. There we go. I'm getting thin on top. I am too, but my hair is still growing. Jukebox, how long have you been driving truck? It's 24 years right now. Come December will be 25 years. December 15th, to be exact, will be 25 years of driving. So it ain't my first rodeo out here, trust me. I've seen a lot of changing. A lot of changing. Just in my time. Now you should talk to somebody like Don Winokur and that. They've been driving longer than me. But I seen changing in my time. I've been driving long enough, I remembered the old hours of service. Some of you guys remember that? 8 hours sleep, you had an 8-hour break, you only drove 10 hours. We had a 15-hour day, but the difference was you can stop that. You can stop that clock and take a nap. You can split it. I remember that. We don't have that no more. Now we have a 14-hour clock. We have an 11-hour day. We have to take a 10-hour break. So I've seen a lot of changing. I've seen a lot of changing with the truck stops. The Flying J used to be the Flying J. They had a buffet that was pretty cool. Even the TA had a buffet that was pretty cool. I'm not saying we didn't have the fast food, but we didn't have it as much. When I started driving, if you wanted to go to a Love's truck stop, you had to go to Oklahoma, pretty much, because that's where they're based out of. I remember the first Flying J, Love's, that came into Ohio. That's right there in Zanesville. I've been driving long enough. I remember when the Caprice was the police car out there on the state patrol cars, and then I remember when it went from the Caprice to the Fords, whatever you call them. But I've been driving long enough. I remember that the cab over was still out here. The JB Hunch and the Snyder trucks were still cab overs. You see. I was driving long enough to remember that if a driver was actually broke down, or not just broke down, if he was on the shoulder of the road, somebody would pick up that mic and say, "Driver, are you okay?" Because when I started, believe it or not, I'm not saying the cell phone wasn't out there, but it wasn't out there like now. We had our pay phones out there. I've been driving long enough to remember you can sit at the table at the Flying J, the TA, or the Petrol, and they had phones at the table. You just get your calling card out and just call home. "How you doing, Mom? How you doing?" You know. There were phone booths everywhere. I've been driving long enough that people respected the truck driver. They were considered the knights of the highway. You could almost guarantee if it was midnight and somebody was broke down, you had a truck to rely on out there. But it's different today. People are scared to help people. Drivers are afraid to pull over and help. You might get hurt. We got people coming into truck stops and breaking into trucks and killing drivers and the public itself. I'm talking four-wheelers and truck drivers they are for themselves now. They drive way too radically, or way too radical for my comfort. We got young truck drivers driving these trucks like they're four-wheelers, but I only blame that on the FMCSA because of the 14-hour rule. We can't stop. You can't nap. You have to, shippers and receivers and dispatchers, they said, okay, you got to be somewhere. Let's say 5 o'clock in the morning, I got to go pick up my load. 5 o'clock in the morning the next morning, that's when it delivers. Sounds easy, right? Let's say you're only 550 miles away. It sounds easy, right? But that shipper keeps you until 12 noon. Okay, now if you're logging that off duty, then you're cheating the system and you're cheating yourself. Because all you're doing, you're awake, right? You're in the dock, you're waiting to get loaded. Now you got to start your logbook and drive? You just gave yourself a 19-hour day. Why work that hard? You're not going to get paid any more money. And all you're going to do is play the old man game come 11 o'clock at night. Oh man, you got the radio blasting so freaking loud just so you can stay awake. You're got your window down, you got your head sticking out the window trying to blow a breeze on you. I love the electronic logbook because we no longer have to work like that. You know, you get up, you do your VI, you drive to your customer, go on duty while you're in that dock. I hear drivers say, okay, I have a confession. If I'm going to be in that dock for a really long time, I will go off duty because I don't want to burn my 70. But it doesn't stop that 14-hour clock. I've seen drivers try to sneak their truck to a delivery or to a pickup so they can save their log so they have a full 14 hours to drive. But you're not going to get paid any more by being awake 20 hours. All you're going to do is make yourself miserable. You're going to hate yourself. What is more important? Your truck? Your load? The money? Or yourself? And if you're choosing money over your own life, then you don't think very much of yourself. You really don't. Personally, I choose my life and other people's life over money and my load. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to get it there. But I'd be damned if I'm going to play the, oh man, I can't stay awake. I used to do that. I won't do that. I'm getting up there in age myself. I'm up there in my 50s too. I can't do what I used to do when I was 28 years old. I can't do that. Somebody said, well, you need to turn your truck up. 65 is fast enough for me. I don't have to worry about tickets. My window's up now. You stop to help him. I gotta look at the days you had 2 logbooks in the truck. Yeah. You had one for your company and one for the DOT. Little guy trucker. He's the reason. That was the first drone footage I ever saw on YouTube. And I was just overwhelmed by it. Second person I saw fly in was Rudy. Rudy bought that Phantom 3 4K drone. And then, of course, by the time I get a drone, everybody's got one. So it ain't really nothing new. I wish I could have been the first, because that would have probably helped my channel grow a little bit, you know. But I just love to fly. I really do. And it's the idea of just being up there and looking down and seeing. You get a whole different aspect of things when you're looking that high up, you know. Your life is more important. Live life. Yep, that's right. Hey, Carla just got in there. You do realize we have an hour and 28-minute live show here. If that doesn't show you guys I'm unlimited on my, yeah, I can put videos up now. I can get long-winded sometimes. Did you run 2 logbooks years ago? Well, when I first started driving truck, I would do just about anything that my company asked me to do. Which I drove for Gainey Transportation out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And they would work me and work me and work me. And I'm thinking, and I called and I said, how many hours can we drive in a day? Stupid question, right? But that's what I asked. Well, you can only drive 10 hours. I said, you do realize I'm over my 10 hours? Oh, you are? Well, how many hours? I drove 12 hours. It showed 12 hours in my logbook. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, no, you get in trouble. You can't do that. Okay, what do I do? Because honestly, that's what I'm showing, 12 hours. I swear to God, this is what my company told me. Go get another logbook. All right? Rip out your page in the one that you just did. You can only show a 10 hour. Okay? And then do what you got to do, but get you another book, because you got to deliver that load that you're actually picking up by morning. So in other words, what they were telling me is I drove all day. They want me to drive practically all night. And I was playing the, oh man, I'm tired, you know. I was young, I was doing what my company told me to do. But I got so sleepy, I said, I got to go to bed. So I went to bed. Obviously, the load's late, right? Then they started chewing me out because that load was late. And I said, I'm sorry, but I was falling asleep behind my wheel. Literally falling asleep. I said, I had to go to bed. But they chewed me out for it. I done said all that, Carla. Okay, I'm at the Sat Brothers in Council Bluffs. That's where I'm at. I enjoy watching your drone footage. Thank you, Carla. She's saying hello to John King. Okay. Did you have a log in red? No, paper log. If that's what you're asking me. I had paper log. I didn't have an electronic log till I came here. Alright, couple more minutes and we're out of here, y'all. That's why I'm coughing. I'm getting hoarse. Can you tell I'm getting hoarse? What was that old day, Noel? The jukebox is the 11th hour. I had an old man that one time told me, and he said exactly what I told you just a few minutes ago. You're not making any more money driving the way you are. All you're going to end up doing is killing yourself or somebody else. Then you ain't never going to drive for anybody else again because they're going to lock you up for vehicular manslaughter because you're driving way too long. That's where you got to put your foot down and tell your company, go to hell. No. I'm going to bed. I'm running legal. If you don't like that, I'm going somewhere else because I know somebody else. And that was before the CSA scores ever came in. You know, driving for another company was like a dime a dozen, you know. Hey, my name is Larry. I drive for this, but I want to come over. They take your application over the phone. Okay, yeah, that's cool. When can you be in orientation? I could be there next week. Then you tell your company, I'm out of here. Oh, thank you. I just had a $2 donation. Who sent me that? I'm going to give that person a recognition here. Somebody sent me that. I'm looking for it. Who sent that to me? Can somebody tell me who sent that to me? Because I missed it. I'm looking for it. Oh, engine shop. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will. I'll have a cup of coffee. Thank you. I know I'm long-winded. It's more than a 5-minute video here, wouldn't you say? Larry, your voice right now would sound good doing a country... Hey, get a rhythm. We ain't doing that. Y'all hang up on me. That's... I wonder if anybody's going to actually listen to a 2-hour YouTube live show. I'm sorry, I get long-winded. I live with 2 dogs, so I'm taking full advantage of this, you know? Let's see. Eric says, half-hour later, my Qualcomm went off. Said, there's a driver in the area to take my load. Oh, cool. Alright guys, I think I am going to chime on out of here. I had a blast talking to you guys. I really did. I pick up my load tomorrow. Then I'm going to Clinton, Iowa. I'll be there tomorrow evening, but I'll see Chuck Saturday morning. Then when Angie gets off work at 1 o'clock, then we'll have lunch. We'll go fly the drone. Maybe have a few laughs. So I got kind of Saturday planned out a little bit. And then Sunday morning I'm going to roll and go ahead and head toward my delivery, which don't deliver until Tuesday morning. That's the plan anyway. They say hello to you, Harry and Miss B. Be safe, little brother. You got it, buddy. Thank you. Even though it is a long show, hour and 35. Damn, I didn't know Jukebox can talk that long. I didn't either. Remember, we love you guys. Do me a favor and share my videos. It is so important. I will never spam nobody. I will never put my video on anybody's Facebook but my own. But what I do hope for is when I share it on my platform, you share it on your platform, and then they share it on their platform, and that lets us grow. That's how the numbers go up. And it don't take long to get 1,000 subscribers, as long as you do it that way. But if you're not subscribed to us, check us out first. That will save you the time to have to unsubscribe if you don't like the channel. So check us out first. If you like it, please subscribe. Don't forget to give us the thumbs up. Or if you feel you gotta give me a thumbs down, just don't choke on your iced tea that's in this glass with the umbrella on it sitting next to the pool. Or I won't bring your chlorine for your pool. Then somebody's gonna pee in it and you're gonna get sick. Think about it that way. Remember, Trucker Jukebox, we love you guys. I really do. And with that being said, we'll catch you on the next one. And I never say goodbye. Always say what? What do you say? Always say later. Have a good one. Later.